So if you could give us some advice, I mean, we're hoping that by watching this show, folks will get some stripped down advice that they can go ahead and implement in their businesses and actually see a shift. So as an expert in the area of speaking, if you could give us some advice, some do's and some don'ts for growing our businesses through speaking, what would your advice be?
Well, can I give you the advice through a story?
Sure, I love stories, and so do our viewers and listeners.
And really, this is a big piece of advice, storytelling.
Yes.
Storytelling connects, right? That's whether your story is exactly the story of your audience or not. When you share your story, then people can start to see themselves within your story, even if it's not the same journey, and it creates that connection.
Hi, I'm Misha Hadaway, CEO and owner of Gentleman Counseling, and you're tuned into Ladies Power Lunch.
Hi, I'm Nadine Keller, CEO of Precision Sales Coaching and Training, and you are tuned into the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Debbie Sodergren, the CEO of Up Vibrations, and you are plugged into the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Christy Sullivan, human design expert, author, and speaker, and you are tuned in to the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Keisha Zullo, president of Events of Joy, and you're tuned into the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Mary Colangelo. I'm an international fashion therapist, and you are tuned in to the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Lakeisha Clemens, the CEO of Freedom Life Therapy and Wellness. You are tuned in to the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Kiana Coachman Strickland, also known as DJ Q Boogie. I'm the founder of Female DJ Association, and you are tuned into the Ladies Power
Here
Lunch
we
Show.
go. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Today, I have with me my dear friend and soon to be one of your favorite people. Her name is Shannon Malkin Daniels, and she is a tech entrepreneur. She is a speaker coach. She is a certified amazing human. And she's here with us today to talk about speaking and connecting and authenticity as it relates to us growing our businesses. But before we dive in and hang out with Shannon for a few minutes, I just want to let you know that, hi, my name is Dr. Davia H, and in addition to hosting this amazing show, which is called Grow Your Business Smarter, Live Your Optimal Life, I also host an outstanding group of amazing human women who come together with the express intention and purpose to support each other so that we can grow our businesses and support the folks that we're here to serve. And as we grow, we all grow. Every single one of us has gifts and talents. And when we share our gifts and talents with each other, everybody grows, everybody thrives, and it's just amazing. So I want to extend an invitation to you. First, I want to say thank you so much for watching and listening if you're joining us on a podcast. And I want to extend an invitation to you. Come join us. Come be part of this movement of women who support each other. It's really easy just to go to growsmarter.com/login. And there you'll be able to see all sorts of ways that you can participate in our community. All right, on with this show. Shannon, welcome. How are you doing
Thank you.
today?
I'm doing well. How are you doing, Davia?
I am wonderful. I don't like to timestamp these, but I just came back from vacation. So as you can see, I am as tanned as I have ever been, and I'm enjoying the fact that I had an opportunity to spend some time in the sun. And for me, that's one of the things that raises my vibration. So I'm back, I'm ready to hit the ground running, and I can't wait to hear you share a little bit with us about how we can grow our businesses using speaking. But before we talk about all of that, for the folks who have never met you before, Shannon, can you just give them a little bit of background about who you are and a little bit about the amazing stuff that you're doing in the world?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. It's great to see you today and welcome back from vacation. You are glowing. Vacations are good for that, right? Whether we're in the sun or not, we come back glowing just with the energy of having
Yes,
a nice break and watering ourselves.
yes.
So a little bit about myself. I'm a public speaking and authenticity coach. What does that even really mean? Well, people generally come to me for one of two major reasons. There's other reasons, but two major reasons. The first is that they have fear and anxiety around public speaking. It is the number one fear in the world above death itself, and about 3/4 of the world's population has what's known as glossophobia, or the fear of public speaking. And so I help people to get out of their own way, build their confidence through authentic speaking so that they can get out there and not be afraid of it. The second reason people come to me is because they have a message or a story they want to share with the world, and they really are having trouble pulling that out and articulating it. So I help people to dig deep, find that message, find that story, find that authentic voice that's living deep inside of you. You already have it. Let's just pull it out of you and let's present it to the world. So I really help people dig deep, to uncover that authentic voice, to really own it and step into it, and then build the skills and the know-how and the confidence so that they can step in front of any room, whether it's on a virtual type of presentation or it's in person in front of an audience or in a boardroom or a meeting. And so really helping people to find that. And then people come to me for a combination thereof of those two reasons as well, because that work has to be done in tandem to really build your confidence. You really need to own your authentic voice in your story as well.
I know we hadn't said that we were going to talk about this, but I want to ask you a little bit about an event that you host from time to time called Drop the Mic Night. Can you tell us a little bit about that and about how it came to be?
Yeah, so I've been doing this for about 10 years now. This year marks our 10-year anniversary at SPEAC Success. And I found over the past decade that people, especially my nervous speakers or my people that are trying to build their confidence and get out there and speak more, they are always looking for a safe space to do this, to practice their new skills, get in front of an audience that's a low pressure type of situation so that they can build those skills, build that confidence necessary to really ramp up their speaking career, whether that's within their professional life, their career, or because they want to go out and be a speaker of some sort. And the problem that I always had is I was searching for community events. I am a speaker trainer. I'm a communication coach. I am not a speaker agent who books people, but I would help my clients find things, but there weren't always things available. And so finally, one day I said, you know what, I'm going to create this platform for aspiring speakers, not for professionals. There's plenty of places for them to go. You can go do TEDx's, you can do the Moth, you can do speak at conferences, a variety of other things for people that are really starting out, for people who really need to build that courage and that speaking muscle and find that first step towards their speaking career if that's what they desire. And so I created Drop the Mic Night for aspiring speakers, and it's kind of like TEDx meets the Moth. There's an application process. It's free to apply, and those 10 speakers that are accepted into each event, they get free coaching, free help developing their content, so that when they step on stage on the night of, they can be successful. And then we invite our audience, who we call cheerleaders, to come and support them. A lot of times it's family, friends, community members that are just there to support you and cheer you on. So it's a very friendly environment, low pressure. It's a lot of fun. We have prizes. We also have been partnering with nonprofits and raising money for nonprofits to the event. So it's just really been a great community experience.
Awesome. I love that. And I know in the past you've coached people who have TEDx talks, you've coached people who are executives who have to deliver really powerful presentations to their staff. And you do a fantastic job, even being a teacher at an Ivy League institution in this particular area that you are an expert in. So now that we've established your credentials, we want to take advantage of your wisdom. Can you share with us, most of the people who are tuning in to watch along with us, Shannon, they're women in business. They might be in small business, bigger business. They might be in nonprofit, corporate, or they might be entrepreneurs or solopreneurs. When it comes to speaking, what's the number one challenge that you're finding that women in business have when it comes to speaking, public speaking?
Yeah, confidence. And feeling not only confident in themselves, but their message that they can do this, right? A lot of times we fear letting down the walls of perfection and focusing on connection. So getting people to let go of perfection in lieu of connection is really difficult. And there's this challenge with limiting beliefs and imposter syndrome. We look at what other people are doing. We see these snippets on social media of what appear to be the perfect business, the perfect life, right? The perfect career. And we get dismayed and we say, well, if they're doing so fantastic and they have all these followers and their business is 7 figures, whatever it may be, we start questioning ourselves and our capabilities and our perspective and the way that we're doing it. Guess what, ladies? Rome was not built in a day. It took a long time. And building your business, building your personal brand, your identity, all of that takes time, and it's frustrating. I know I've been there. I've been fighting the fight along with you. But what I can tell you is to overcome those challenges, that challenge of perfection and trying to fit in the mold of what you think people want, is holding you back. You need to let go of that perfection and just really lean into who you are, your message, because if you do that, you will eventually start attracting the right people. So that's really the biggest challenge, is that that imposter syndrome, that wanting to be perfect, wanting to be like other people and fit the mold, and just getting people to break out of that and share their authentic story and their authentic message with heart and passion and share what makes them them is just so important.
I love that. I had another one of our friends to the show come on, and she was talking about, how she's an author and she helps people who write books to be better at the writing process. She edits and that sort of thing. But she was just talking about the stories and how stripping away all the facades is what you need to do to get that authentic story out there. And that really, really dovetails nicely with what you're talking about. So if you could give us some advice, I mean, we're hoping that by watching this show, folks will get some stripped down advice that they can go ahead and implement in their businesses and actually see a shift. So as an expert in the area of speaking, if you could give us some advice, some do's and some don'ts for growing our businesses through speaking, what would your advice be?
Well, can I give you the advice through a story?
Sure. I love stories, and so do our viewers and listeners.
And really, this is a big piece of advice, storytelling. Storytelling connects, right? That's whether your story is exactly the story of your audience or not. When you share your story, then people can start to see themselves within your story, even if it's not the same journey, and it creates that connection. So some of the biggest don'ts I have is don't try to be like other people. Don't find a speaker you want to emulate and try to speak just like them. Don't follow the rule book. In fact, I believe in throwing the rule book out the window, right? And the reason for that is the reason I do the work that I do. And it's because I grew up in a corporate environment. I started at Merrill Lynch when I was 19 years old, and I spent 3 years there before going to senior life and health insurance, and from senior life and health insurance to healthcare and hospitals. So I was in very regulated industries. And I moved up the ladder very quickly. So I was very young, being put in leadership positions where I had to do a lot of presenting and be the face of the company or my department or whatever it may be. And I very much had to dress a certain way, talk a certain way, present myself a certain way, gesture in a certain way. And when I came out of corporate and became an entrepreneur who was also teaching public speaking and communication courses at the college level, I knew in my mind what the rules were for public speaking. I was teaching them and how to be an effective speaker. And I knew the rights and wrongs, but I also had this background of being put in a box from a very young age on how to be within certain environments. And people would come up to me at the end of presentations, be like, "You're a great presenter. I want to present like you someday." Well, you can. Let's book a meeting. Let's have a conversation. I'll teach you how to do that. And then nothing ever came of it. And as I was struggling to get my business going, it was like a make it or break it moment. Either we got to make this work or we got to go back and get a real job because money is running out, right? Ladies, if you've been there with me, you know what I'm talking about. It's tough starting a business. And finally, I just said, you know what? Whatever I'm doing is not working. I'm going to start dressing like me, start walking like me, talking like me, presenting like me, so that the person that's in front of the room is the same person you would sit down and have a coffee with. And when I started to do that, boom, that's when everything shifted. That's when everything changed, because I was being me. I was opening up and sharing my story. It wasn't all business and education. It was storytelling. It was connecting. It was letting down the walls of perfection and thinking I have to dress and act and walk and talk and present in a certain way, and just being me. And when I did that, the connection started to happen and everything started to shift. So my biggest piece of advice for you is don't try to mimic other presenters that you like. That's their style. That's them. You can take things from that and keep that in the back of your mind, but make it your own at the end of the day. Gesture like you, walk like you, talk like you. Don't worry about a perfect, polished persona, because that doesn't connect. Just be you, and you will connect with your audience, and you will watch your business grow naturally because you will be attracting the right people who really see you and connect with you.
I love that so much. I have another one of our Ladies Power Lunch members who was on the show recently who mentioned playing up your strengths, whatever it is that makes you, you lean into that, because it's that authenticity that folks will appreciate. So I love that. Shannon,
Absolutely.
if you could wrap your arms around us and just give us one piece of homework, one thing that we can do to get started on this road to using authenticity and public speaking to grow our businesses, what's our homework?
Show up with passion, purpose, and perspective, and you will always show up as your authentic self. Your passion is what you do. And in
Mhm.
terms of what you do, it's not the tasks that you perform or how you deliver the products or services that you're offering. It's the outcome. It's the transformation. It's the benefits that the people that work with you get out of working with you. So that's your passion. Shift the way you think about the what you do into more the outcomes, the benefits, the transformation. The purpose is the why you do what you do. It's opening up, it's sharing your story. What led you to do the work that you do today? I shared my story with you here today. And so you can understand what led me to do the work that I do. That's my purpose. That's my driving factor. Share that with people. People connect with people. Services are a dime a dozen, products are a dime a dozen. What makes you special is you and your story. And then perspective, that is your perspective. What makes you unique and different? How do you come about the work differently than other people in your field? How do you think about it differently? For me, it's throwing the rule book out. Be you, be your authentic self. That's way more important than following all the guidelines and the rules and the best practices at the end of the day. So what is your unique take and your unique perspective and how you do the work that you do and transform your clients' lives? And then when you do that, when you lean into those things and talk about yourself and what you do in that way, you will always show up authentically, whether it's on a stage, in front of a conference room, talking to your colleagues, or just having a conversation, a coffee with someone one-on-one.
I love that. Passion, purpose, and perspective. Focus in on those three. When you see folks who probably they don't have a very long history of doing public presentations, where's a good place for them to get started? Would you say?
Drop the mic night. No.
Well, yes, obviously, we all want to apply for Drop the Mic Night, and at the end, we'll give everybody an opportunity to find out how to connect with you. But would you recommend that they do, let's say, a live on their social media to start with, or how do you encourage folks to ease into things?
It depends on where you're at, right? For everybody, it's different. For some people, putting yourself on video is the very last thing they want to do, even though for some others that may seem like the easiest, lowest hanging fruit. So it's figuring out what your goals are for speaking. What's your purpose? What's your objective? Your purpose being, why are you even speaking in the first place? And your objective is, what is the outcome you want to have happen? What actions do you want your audience to take? And that's where you should be starting, is getting yourself towards that audience, towards those types of situations to accomplish whatever it is you want. If that's online, you do that online. If it's in person, you do it in person. A great place to start in person is often your local libraries. They're always looking for free workshops and things that they can offer to the community. So reach out to your local libraries and see if you can offer some content to the community. Reach out to SCORE, which is part of the Small Business Development Association on a local level. There are SCOREs all over the country. See if you can teach a workshop for them. Organize a community workshop yourself and host it somewhere and have people online. Do a virtual online workshop that's free and open and invite people in. There's a lot of different ways that you can skin this cat. It's really looking at, for you, what is the right first step. And then really the first step is letting go of that fear, letting go of the need to be perfect and show up in a specific way that's perfectly polished, and just doing it.
Just do it.
Just do it, like Nike says.
Like Nike says, oh boy. It's interesting because I love the suggestions that you give, and I probably wouldn't have thought of the library or SCORE as places to get a little practice sharing your message, but that's really, really great. Those are great ideas, and I have done stuff with our local library in the past, and it's been amazing. And I remember doing that when I was very new in our practice, and it did a lot to get me known in the community. I think another place too is with your local chamber of commerce or things like that. Those are also some good places where the audience is reasonably friendly and open and ready to hear what you have to say, so you can feel comfortable. I would also say use the buddy system. You know me, I'm all about collaboration. So if you have a friend who is also easing into this public speaking, do a workshop together or take over each other's social media feed, and you present to her folks, she presents to your folks, or and just make use of the power of togetherness would be my little piece of advice.
Of course, yes.
Of course, because it's me.
Always collaboration.
Always collaboration.
I love it.
We used to have a drinking game on the show, and basically we were just drinking tea. But if a show was going on and I said the word collaboration, everybody would take a drink.
See?
So virtual drink. Any final words, Shannon, to share with everyone?
Yeah, just really believe in yourself. Own who you are, love who you are, flaws and all. I'm goofy, I'm weird, I'm awkward. I talk with my hands way too much. And so sometimes when I get excited, I talk way too fast. And it's okay because that's just who I am. So I encourage you to just show up as yourself. Love yourself as you are.
Yes.
Don't try to be anybody else. And everything else will fall into place. When you accept and love who you are and show up as your authentic, real self, you'll be unstoppable.
I love that. One of our members likes to say, how dare you not show up? Because there are people out there who are losing sleep at night because they need the work that you do. They can't find you if you're not showing up. So definitely, I agree. Show up. Shannon, how can people connect with you?
They can connect with me on my website, speaksuccess.com, spelled SPEAC, success.com. And they can email me at shannon@speaksuccess.com or find me on social media as Shannon Malkin Daniels.
Beautiful. And I know everybody's going to want to connect with you because you have so much to share. At the end of every single one of our shows, we like to pull a card. And today, the card that I've pulled, it says Divine Badass.
Ooh,
I love
I
this
like it.
card so much. It's from the Alana Fairchild, Love Your Inner Goddess. And I feel like if we're talking about confidence and public speaking and that sort of thing, this is a perfect card. It says, you may feel under pressure to conform, maybe to someone else's opinion or even your own previous plans or ideas. Don't give your power to make choices away to another, whether that is a choice of what to believe or how to behave. Don't give away your power to the past if it takes you away from what you know is true now. Even if it seems to be more difficult in the short term, trust that living what you know is true and right for you is the only way that you can gain the happiness and fulfillment that you want and deserve. Could I have pulled a better card?
Nope, it just summarizes everything. So put a pin in it, period, done.
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much, Shannon, for hopping on today. I want to let everybody know that Shannon dives even more deeply into the conversation that we're having today with two outstanding panel members who are also experts in their own right. And we go into deeper detail on this topic. So just look in the feed and you'll see that particular episode, and I want to point you in its direction. Go watch that. And of course, if you want to see more about the card that we talked about today, or you want to connect with any of the folks who you see on our show, just go to our community page, growsmarternotharder.com/login, and there you can become a member of our community and connect with all these amazing women just like you who are growing outstanding businesses and are willing to do it together. Shannon, thanks so much for being a part of the show today. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see you all on the next show. Bye everyone.
Hi, I'm Misha Hadaway, CEO and owner of Gentle Mama Counseling, and you're tuned into Ladies Power Lunch.
Hi, I'm Nadine Keller, CEO of Precision Sales Coaching and Training, and you are tuned into the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Debbie Sodergren, the CEO of Up Vibrations, and you are plugged into the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Christy Sullivan, human design expert, author, and speaker, and you are tuned in to the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Keisha Zullo, president of Events of Joy, and you're tuned into the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Mary Perangelo. I'm an international fashion therapist, and you are tuned in to the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Lakeisha Clemens, the CEO of Freedom Life Therapy and Wellness. You are tuned in to the Ladies Power Lunch Show.
Hi, I'm Kiana Coachman Strickland, also known as DJ Q Boogie. I'm the founder of Female DJ Association, and you are tuned into the Ladies Power Lunch Show.